I wanted to say something else about the Taiwan medical care we had was just how kind the nurses were to us.
Amazing.
It was incredible. They always wanted to make sure that I understood, even if they had to repeat it several times.
Cole Fogel here on A Healthy Balance. I'm here with Andy and Cassia, and you're both from America. What made you want to move your family in the middle of a pandemic? It was a pretty crazy time to just get up and say to your two kids, and was the baby already on the way?
On the way.
And a baby on the way. We're gonna move across the world right now. Like, what motivated that?
Yeah, so about a year and a half ago, we came back to America to have our second baby. And that was right before the pandemic hit in America. And so then things shut down in America. We were stuck in America. And so we had a lot of time to really think, and we're Christians, so we wanted to pray and ask God to show us what to do. And
You got an answer, obviously, from it.
Yeah, and then I talked to my friend who told me about Kaohsiung. My friend said that this city was awesome. He thought it would be really good for us and our family.
Yeah.
So we started looking into this city, and an opportunity opened up to work with this church in the area. And so
that's what brought you to Nanza.
It's like a really cool district.
Yeah.
Like, we like it a lot.
The
Nanza Chu,
yes.
很棒. We were hoping to move here in last January.
Oh,
And we got
okay.
delayed for about 5 months
As of documents? Or?
because of the visa. But then in early May, we got the news that our visa was approved, and so we bought plane tickets and decided just to go for it.
Yeah.
And when we arrived, that was when
Worst time to arrive.
yeah, that was when Taiwan shut down.
Yeah.
Here. We were probably some of the last foreigners
Yeah.
to get in.
Your third child, your son Daniel, he was born during this lockdown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
So we got here just enough time to have our baby.
What's enough time? Like, how much time are we
I mean-
talking about?
So we ended up having right at 5 weeks, so I was 35 weeks pregnant when we boarded the plane.
Wow.
But it was a calculated risk because we really wanted to be in Taiwan. We didn't think Taiwan was going to lock down also. But
I lived here for many years. I didn't think it was going to lock down, but
and,
there we were.
And we just worked so hard to get our visa, and our visa only had a 3-month entry period. And so we would have had to have the baby in America, get his passport, and then get a visa for him. And we didn't know if we could accomplish that all in 3 months. I don't think we mentioned that we were in mainland China before.
Xi'an
Yes.
City. Looks like a nice place.
Has the terracotta warriors. Yeah, like this.
It kind of looks like Lotus Lake there.
It does kind of. The ancient imperial capital of China. So that's why we were stuck in America, like we mentioned, for a year and a half. With the birth of our second baby and COVID and everything, we just ended up losing everything actually in China because we had an apartment there.
Wait, so how long were you living in China for?
We arrived in 2015.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the biggest difference that you discovered between Taiwan and China?
One of the differences I feel is that when it comes to Taiwan, I'm not as special. So, but in some ways that's good. Like, if I go to a small town in China,
Yeah.
I'm like a celebrity in that town, and they are like taking pictures and everything, and it's just, oh, it's a foreigner, why go around? And it's a lot more strange that I'm there in most places in China. But here I feel like, oh, it's a foreigner walks by, they don't stare at you, and
They might say hello.
yeah, I mean, people have been nice, but it's like we can blend in more.
And they might say May Goran, and you could say, yes, actually, I am an American.
Yeah.
Whereas I usually have to say, what's Chana Darren? I know we look similar.
Yeah, and we sound pretty
We
similar.
sound similar too, but yeah. But
不一样.
We really love China too, you know.
thank you for being honest. And I think it's okay to love two countries.
Yeah, love different things about the different countries.
Yeah, so you know, we have so many friends in China who are so welcoming to us there too. we had such a good experience in China. But you know, Taiwan is our home now, and so we want to embrace it too.
You were in China from 2015 till
the end of 2019.
You were unable to go back to Xi'an at that
Exactly. We came back to have Esther. Esther's our second child.
So we have 3 kids, 3 and under. So yeah, it's quite the thing.
Here's Eden.
It's
You
right
say hi to
there.
the
But you
camera.
need to turn around and wave again. When you first moved to Xi'an in China, what was that first week or month like? Was that crazy, or did you fall into it naturally, or was that a crazy experience?
It was crazy. He lost his sense of humor. He was a totally different person for the first 2 weeks we
I
were
got
there.
stressed out.
Yeah. We all honestly had too much to do.
Oh.
And that's kind of why coming to Taiwan was such a different experience when we had almost nothing to do. In normal life, when you move somewhere, you have all these things to do, right? So I think I put him a little bit overboard in Xi'an when I had us paint the house, and I would not pay someone to do it because in my family, we would always buy the paint and paint it ourselves.
I can relate.
Yeah, I don't know in Taiwan if someone would be hired out to do that.
I wonder. Yeah.
My guess is they would hire someone.
I mean, I'd like to hire someone to paint my house. It needs a new coat of paint.
You guys should leave him a comment. If you wanted to paint your house, would you do it yourself or would you hire someone?
And is there someone in Kaohsiung that wants to paint my house, and I will make a video about the whole experience?
Not me. I don't want to paint your house.
Anyway, so that experience I think kind of put him over the edge.
Okay.
It was a big apartment, and we painted the whole thing. And I was just, we should have hired someone. But it was stressful.
And we didn't have any furniture, so we went to IKEA for everything. And here we got a fully furnished place, so it was just nice for our new family to just have everything here.
And the big thing is when we arrived in China, we did not speak Chinese. So everything is way more difficult. Moving here to Taiwan for me, it hasn't been too hard. Because of already speaking Mandarin, it just feels like it's just a lot more smooth transition.
How about food-wise? I've spoken to Prazi. He was saying depending on what province of China you live in, the food is vastly different. Like Sichuan, which is very popular here, the hot, spicy noodle. What is Xi'an? Like what is food in Xi'an? Like, what's the staple?
Yeah, so it's spicy, oily, and salty.
Ah, okay.
So here, I'm just so surprised that the food is not red. In Xi'an, you'd be served dishes and they'd all just be covered in peppers and just be red.
Can you handle the red? Like for me, my stomach I can't quite do it.
Yeah, I'd have to say like like
oh yes.
yeah,
okay.
not any spicier than the lowest level. But I try to improve my tolerance over time. What about you?
I like it, but not the super spicy. I can do the medium.
Okay, so Xi'an is known for spicy.
Well, it's known for noodles, a lot of noodles, and then what else is it known for?
It also
Rojamua.
Yeah, rojamua. And so they have this whole it's called Huimingjie. It's a Muslim district that has all this delicious
So
street
you would
food.
go there to get food there.
Yeah.
So you did have, it wasn't only Chinese food, you had
Yeah, there was
variety.
less Western food. I think the Western food wasn't as prolific as
So do you find that different in Taiwan?
Yes.
There's a lot of Western food.
Yes.
Taiwan is like a food paradise for me, I think. Because I love Chinese food, but I love Japanese food a lot. And so there's a lot of good Japanese food. So there's quite a bit of Southeast Asian food, Thai and Vietnamese here.
Yeah, I love the Vietnamese food.
I love. And then you guys have Costco. So
Costco!
We did not have Costco in Xi'an. So
A May Gorin without Costco is
Yeah.
like a Canadian without maple syrup.
We've loved our time in Taiwan so far. It's been 3 months. We haven't really got the full experience yet.
Have either of you tried Stinky Tofu?
You know, we had a comment on our YouTube channel that said, when you eat stinky tofu, then you will be a real part of Taiwan.
I mean, but I know Taiwanese people that don't like it. Not all Taiwanese people like it is the thing.
Right.
It is worth trying one time to
Yeah.
see if you like it.
Amazingly, I have not had it yet.
Okay, so I think you should make a video
I need to make a video
about your experience with Stinky Tofu. Did you ever have anything similar to that in China, actually?
Yeah, they had it there, but somehow
have it there.
I avoided it.
I think we smelled it, you know, almost every day, and once you'd smelled it enough,
Like, why would I want to?
no offense. I think I really want to be a real Taiwanese, so I want to try it and like it. It just might take me some time.
Who has the best healthcare? You've lived in China, you're from America, you're in Taiwan. What's your feeling overall? Who has the best healthcare, would you say?
Oh, interesting.
I think that's a hard comparison because everyone has a different system, and she actually had stitches at a Chinese hospital, and we had a fine experience with that. She fell on something and had 26 stitches. So,
Wow.
yeah. So the hospital treated us fine, and we were happy with the service. I think for having a baby, I really enjoyed having our baby in Taiwan because I knew that more people could speak English in the hospital.
So my experience, like with the healthcare here, and I can't compare it to China because I haven't lived in China. I can compare it to Canada. I like it because in Canada you need to get a referral when you want to go to any specific specialist, but in Taiwan, if you want a neck doctor, you go to a neck doctor, foot doctor, whatever kind of doctor, and I like that. It's a good system, I think.
I think Taiwan's combination of quality and affordability is really high over there in the world. If I had something really serious happen, I still would feel most comfortable in America.
Okay.
But the price is out of
the money is the problem.
It's out of control, and it's a mess. Even though the quality is really high.
I wanted to say something else about the Taiwan medical care we had was just how kind the nurses were to us.
Amazing.
It was incredible. They always wanted to make sure that I understood, even if they had to repeat it several times. And it wasn't like, oh, we're gonna do this to you. We're gonna do this. It was like, oh, can we help you with this? Can we do this next step now?
So the experience, so it probably warmed you up to Taiwan, that experience.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Isn't he an amazing dad?
He's pretty good.
I actually have some health problems, and so he knows that it's harder for me to get up and run around. And so when he's here, he's just so present, and
He's really good and more patient than I think when I'm making videos. Like, I've learned to become more patient, but when I first started doing it, I'd be like,
There's something so significant about having your own child. And I remember a year or so before we had kids. We were having a great time as a couple. But I just felt like something was a little missing. And I think, it was having a kid.
Well, people usually they go to animals first generally.
Our landlord wouldn't let us. Our landlord literally said in China, she said, have a baby instead.
We said, can we have a dog? And he said, no, have a baby.
We should do a video with your kids and our kids.
That would be
see
very
how they
cool.
interact.
Thank you guys for being on the show. It was nice chatting with you. Thank you so much, Esther.